Hello students, welcome to the pole science of class 11 arts, and today we will discuss about some of the important points from the chapter social justice, which can again be subdivided into point of justice. So let us proceed then. So when we talk about justice, justice was associated with dharma in the ancient society to be a primary duty of a king. That means justice was about to be served, then it was the primary duty of a king because he or she was the head of that particular dynasty. So justice was directly related with dharma, in which that justice would be served only by a king. That was the primary duty. So the Greek philosopher Plato interprets justice in his book The Republic as a life of people conforming to the rules of functional specialization. That means we are talking about the ancient times, as we have seen that it is the primary duty of a king also. Apart from that, the Greek philosopher Plato, in his book The Republic, he interprets what? This justice as a life of people conforming to the rules of functional specialization. It is the life of people which confirms whatever the rules are there through which a human being should run their life. So Plato has interpreted in his book The Republic about justice. After that, justice has been defined in various ways. That is, at sometimes it believed, as you sow, so shall you reap, and sometimes considered the results of actions in previous birth or the will of God. So sometimes, apart from the interpretation of Plato in his book The Republic, and sometimes whatever we have come to know that justice was also associated with dharma, which was believed to be a primary duty of the king for the justice to be served by him or her. Apart from that, justice is also thought to be in two various ways. One is that whatever you reap, you will have to give that in return. Okay. And number two is that about justice is that sometimes it is believed that it is the result of actions what you have done in your previous birth. It is the result of action of that only what you are facing in this birth. So during the reincarnation, after that you have taken birth in the previous birth, what you have done, you will face the same thing according to that only. It is through the actions only in the previous birth that you will face in this birth, you will face all those consequences. So according to Professor Salmon, justice is a means to distribute the due share to everybody, while Marxist considers from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. That means we are going through different dimensions, or you can say different definitions of justice, according to which number one was that justice was associated with dharma, where it was a primary duty of a king to serve justice. The number two we have gone through that Greek philosopher Plato in his book interprets that life of a people is confirmed according to the rules of functional specialization. The number three we have seen that according to justice it has two dimensions. One dimension is that as you sow, so shall you reap. Whatever you will sow, you will get that only in return. And on the other hand, it is also considered the result of action. Whatever you have done in your previous birth, you will get that in your next birth or through the will of God also. Now, number four is that according to Professor Salmon, it is said that justice is a means to distribute the due share to everybody. According to justice, whatever the due share is there, we will get according to that. While the Marxist thoughts considered from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. That means according to the justice is thought to be like any individual getting justice is thought that according to Marxist view that whatever his or her ability is there, according to his needs only, it will be served. The next is John Rawls describes justice as a thinking under a veil of ignorance, where position and status in society, everybody would decide as per one's own interest. That means according to John Rawls, again, he thinks justice in a different way. He thinks that apart from where position status in society is there, so everybody is thinking as per their own interest for justice. He has a bit negative image over justice. Now next is the fundamental elements of justice are equality before law, respect for the necessities of nature, truth and freedom, etc. Now if we talk about, if you want to understand about the fundamental elements of justice, what are these? In order to understand justice, the fundamental elements related to justice are that should be equality before law, that means no rich or no poor while giving the verdict for justice. Then the another thing that should be there is respect for the necessities of nature, truth and freedom, etc. That means if we want to give justice to anyone, number one condition is that all should be equal before law. Number two is that they should respect for the necessities of whatever it is needed, like nature. They should give respect for the nature, for the truth and for the freedom also. Now justice exercises 4 dimensions. That means it has 4 ways, 4 dimensions. That is political justice, legal justice, social justice and economic justice, that we have discussed in the previous classes also. Social justice refers to equal treatment to each and everybody in the society without any discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, color, race or religion. So as we have already studied about political and legal justice, so we are here discussing about social justice. Social justice is what? It is trying to give each and every one equal treatment in the society, be it the persons who belongs from the other caste or be from the other religion, irrespective of caste, creed, race or religion. Social justice it is actually trying to give equal treatment to each and everybody in the society. And last but not the least, justice and liberty and justice and equality are closely related to each other. That means if justice is to be served, then it is believed that justice and liberty are closely related, because in the above line we have come to know that whenever justice is about to be served, then there should be conditions like all should be equal before law and there should be respect for the necessities of nature, truth and freedom. So therefore justice and liberty, that is also freedom, are related, and along with that justice and equality are also related. So you can say that along with justice, liberty and equality are very much important in order to be justified. Clear? So please note down all these important points related to the discussions of points under the head justice, in which we have gone through different dimensions of justice along with different thought of Plato, then Professor Salmond, John Rawls. So please make a note down of all these important points related to this chapter. With this I will wind up today's topic. Thank you.